Whiskey, Wine and Wisdom, featuring your hosts Dan
and James.
Hey buddy,
Hey,
how you doing, Flippy Deans?
I'm doing good. How you doing?
Hey, move your face a little bit closer, because it's a little bit far away.
That's what she said.
Yeah. she didn't, did she?
No.
Okay. Okay. We're here for episode. Is it 4? I think it's 4.
I'm going with 4.
I mean, we're basically a franchise now. We should probably do some t-shirts and things.
Yeah.
Hats.
I think hats is a good call.
Hats. We should probably do some WWW hats. No one's ever used those 3 letters in that order before.
No.
I think we've probably got that down.
We are pioneers of
Yeah.
the Tri-W.
Tri-W. Tri-W is a really good shorthand for the name. Tri-W.
We've gone American with the Tri-W.
Okay. So this week is music. Was it musicians? I spoke to one of our long-time fans, Dave. He was saying that actually it's musicians. I can't 100% remember, but this is kind of a vague. I've gone sort of vague covering of music and musical history and musicians and all kinds of shit. So have you gone in the same area or?
I don't know. I've gone a bit random.
Random. I mean, that's probably fine. We're less likely to tread each other's toes. I don't want to do that fucking Avengers shit like last week. That was
Yeah, no.
I mean, what are the chances of that? So yeah, I think though the quality of that fact was so high that it just we both saw it and were like, well, we have to get that. So I think that's what it was.
It blew my mind.
It blew my mind, and we co-blew your minds.
Oh, I was wondering where he's going with that.
Yeah.
While we're sitting on the bed saying that sort of stuff.
We're not on a bed. Shut up, James. Listen, no, because you said it. I need to clarify. Shush now. Normally we have a little recording studio-ish type thing downstairs, but a certain son of mine is a new season of Fortnite, so he's waiting for that to some live event. I don't know, but he might have dibs I did say he could, and anyway, so here we are. We're sitting on the edge of my my bed, and it's fine. It's fine. Didn't light candle this week because there's a line.
I've lit one in my mind.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I'm done. Sorry.
Music though, right?
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna read my introduction. Is that all right?
Yes, please.
And then if I do the introduction and you do a first fact, and we're gonna go back and forth. Yeah.
I'll be honest with you. My first fact is worth just getting over and done with. So I'm happy with that.
Encouraging.
Yeah.
It's good, man. I'm excited for that. Oh, sorry guys. We're drinking. I've got some Smokehead and some coffee, and you've got.
I've got the bottle on here somewhere because I sent a picture. It was.
He's finished it already, I should say. He's necked it already. He's was it the Woodsman?
Yeah, that's it. Woodsman.
Yeah. Okay.
It's a 40%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So a strong male whiskey.
Yeah.
Bristling, covered in pubes. It was.
That's really not a selling point for any whiskey.
Yeah, I just look at that whiskey there, boy. Just literally just a giant thatch. Nectar of the gonads. Anyway, musicians. Okay. The history of musicians and music includes many important eras, such as the Middle Ages, Renaissance, Baroque, and Classical eras, right through to present day. Although definitions of music vary widely from throughout the world, every known culture partakes in it, and it is thus considered a cultural universal. The development of music notation by the Guido of Arezzo in 1040 CE allowed for more complex compositions and allowed the expansion of musical expression from the Renaissance through the golden age of composers in the 18th and 19th centuries, right up to present-day thrash metal. Music has continued to evolve as new technologies have transformed how we store and listen to music, and people talking too, which isn't really music. So I don't know why I included that, but still, it's.
I thought these podcasts was our music.
I mean, I can't. We do make music actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. tentonduvet.co.uk. Bring it on. Come on. Anyway. Yes. So now, I did say you should start. But we should rock paper scissors it because we always have.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Right, ready. So we go 1, 2, 3, and then
Yeah. All right. 1, 2, 3. Snap. I scissored you. Okay. All right. I'm going to start with, I figured a sort of staple of music in the 20th century at least, Elvis.
Uh-huh.
Have you got an Elvis fact?
No, I have not got that. Was fact. No.
Stop doing that.
Sorry.
So Elvis was a thing. He was a bit of a weirdo, arguably possibly a bit of a perv. Lisa Marie was 14 when he was 24 when he met her.
Damn.
Yeah. He moved in with her when she was 16. He lived with his mum and dad. He was possibly the biggest artist in the world at the time as well, right? So he's like, gonna move in with me and my mum and papa. And I think his grandmum as well. Anyway, but by today's standards, obviously all musicians were nonces by today's standards. I think all of them were, even the best ones. You know the ones, the really good ones. Fucking dirty pedos. Anyway, but in some ways, a bit of a ledge. Okay. Now, obviously, arguably he stole rock and roll from the black people. Let's like that is arguably what. I mean, he didn't do it personally. He didn't go in there and steal it. He didn't go into but he was popular because he was a good-looking white guy. When he was basically playing the same stuff that the other guys who couldn't get on the radio were playing. So that's not his fault. That's just the way the world was, I guess. Luckily, we fixed all that, and that's all better now. But anyway, he gave his mother a Cadillac. And he liked to give everyone Cadillacs. I thought that was kind of a cool thing he did. He also gave one to his backup singers.
Oh, one for the backup singer?
He gave one to his dentist. He gave one to his hairstylist. He used to go into... He regularly, if people admired his Cadillacs, he would give them a check for the value of his Cadillac so they could buy their own one. There's a famous story of him talking to a bank teller where she said, "Is that your car out the front?" He says, "Yep." And so he withdrew enough money to gave it to her so she could buy herself one. He loved buying people Cadillacs. I don't know how many he's responsible for, but it's in the hundreds. He bought people Cadillacs. So, I mean, if you can get over the grooming and the perviness and the weirdness and the weird mother issues and all kinds of stuff. Plus, right. So, all right. So he was 42 when he died. I didn't know that till very recently because I'm 41. Okay.
Don't.
He just turned 42 when he died of. I think he was on 30 times the amount of codeine you should be able to take, right? So he's on 30 times that amount, and when you take an opiate, it can dehydrate you, and it makes it very hard to pass stool. Anyway, so he's straining the crap one out, and he can't because he's taken so much codeine that it would anaesthetize a horse. So he's there trying to squeeze one out. He can't do it, and he has I think a ruptured aorta or something. Basically, his heart exploded. So he's on the toilet. He also, his favourite food at that time, because he was a big fat bastard by that point, was fried peanut butter sandwiches. And he didn't this is probably pre-sliced bread as well. So it was like half a loaf fried in fat, full of peanut butter. So, he's not living the healthy life. But, so I don't know what I'm getting to. I was at a brief biopic. But yeah, he died in the toilet, and that's sad. But he gave a lot of Cadillacs away. That was my main fact there.
I think that makes... I don't know. I didn't know he'd done it with the whole Cadillacs.
He gave a lot of Cadillacs away.
That must be driving him crazy.
I think he liked it.
Yeah. He wouldn't keep doing it otherwise, would he?
It's a bit, I suppose he's pro-American. He's sort of like, looking at the other brands. But if you made competing brands, you'd be like, oh, come on, Elvis, man. Come on, son. He's making them all cool. But anyway, bit of a pervert, definitely a bit of a nonce, bit of a groomer, but a bit of a ledge. There you go. Complicated. Anyway, no, that was my point. He died, but I will be his age when he died this year. And that fucked me up. That was like, when you hit 27, all the people who died 27 years old. It's not one of your factors, is it?
Well, you've mentioned my whole Cadillac sales fact.
Yeah.
Right? That's gone out the window. The whole thing about 27 years old. No, I didn't.
No, but because was it Kurt Cobain, Amy Winehouse, Jimi Hendrix, who else? There's loads of them. Loads of them died at 27, and it's just like, obviously I don't believe in the curse of 27. I think it's just like that's when your brain's fully developed, but you have no idea of your limitations, and you're famous and young and sexy, so you do all the drugs and you die. That's just kind of what it is. That's kind of what it is, right? It's just like, you know, you haven't got the reference point where you've kind of grown up a bit, so you just kind of anyway, you're just a dickhead. But it's sad. But anyway,
Yeah.
I'm fucking rambling. Do a fact, Jesus Christ! I'm getting my drink. This is crazy.
Okay, so just so everyone knows, right? You've just heard Dan. He done the facts. He's done some research. You can tell he's done some research. Okay, amazing. Now here's my fact.
I'm listening.
No.
Is it like,
Honestly, this is the caliber.
is it going to be just like you say like one word like flutes?
That's it. Flutes. No,
That's my fact.
It's not too
Flutes
far
are.
off it. Fun fact.
Fun fact. You have to
It's
prefix it with fun fact. Go on. It's always a good sign. Go on.
Right. If Celine Dion,
So this whiskey's rough.
if Celine Dion sang only the vowels in her name,
it
it would be the lyrics of Old MacDonald's Farm.
E-I-E-I-O. Yeah.
So that's my opening fact, right? She didn't buy fucking Cadillacs for everyone, did she? No, she's got a farmyard song name.
She's got. I tell you, you know, she's got that disease. I forgot what it's called. It's basically she can't move. It's called like. I'm gonna Google it. It's really fucked. I was like, what is that? Because she's got this disease. So she was used to a residency in Las Vegas, and
So you factored off my fact.
I am. I'm gonna.
Yeah,
I'm a no, but like this is.
factor.
I didn't know this, and I don't know.
Obviously didn't. Otherwise, I'd have embellished mine a little bit more.
Stiff person syndrome. It's a disease that affects the brain and causes muscles to stiffen. So she basically just goes stiff like a statue, and she can't move.
Okay, like scared goats.
Yeah, but it's like, you know, they just fall over and then they're okay later. It's getting worse, and she's getting stiffer and stiffer, and eventually she won't be able to move. I'm
Dude.
like, how fucked is that? I didn't know that.
Never knew that. It's not
no.
highly advertised.
Yeah. Oh yeah, she's not looking good, is she?
No.
Oh. Anyway, no, I'm happy about the farm noise you made from my name. So that was,
Thank you.
you prick.
And you think that's high caliber fact? You wait for my next one.
Oh no, I go on.
Okay.
Sorry, I've been a bit of a fact hog so far.
Fog.
I've got a little one now.
Yeah.
Mariah Carey is fucking mental.
Yeah, standard.
She has herself her spray tan. She has actual gold in the spray tan, and she sprays gold into her skin. So she's like actually got gold in her skin. It's probably a carcinogen. She's fucking mental, right? When she gave birth to twins, Mariah Carey had the hospital play a recording of her performing a fantasy on loop.
What?
And it was a live performance, so she could hear the crowd cheering for her. She had it on loop the whole time she was in labour.
Jesus Christ! I suppose that will just induce some sort of crap coming out of here.
Yeah, and I mean, I'm not one to say, you know, to write any people off, but those kids are fucked. There's no way they're going to be regular people, like, you know. But yeah, that was it. Just she's fucking mental. Good range though. Good, she can hit all the octaves.
She got them all. She doesn't want to share them, does she?
She does that really high, like crazy thing with like breaks glass. She does that.
Now I'm trying to think. Who is it? Who's this other singer who can sing quite high? Is it Jared Leto or?
No,
No. He's not even a singer, is he?
he sings.
Anyway, I was on the bus to work once, and there's some kids. They're obviously secondary school age,
Yes.
but I reckon lower secondary school age because they're talking crap. Anyway, they was comparing Mariah Carey to this other guy from. He sings quite high, and they're trying to imitate Mariah Carey and this other guy on the bus at the same time. Neither of them could get above like a two octaves or anything. They just sound like a warbling nonsense, shouting out names. It's a surreal thing. I just wanted to share that.
Just ragging on kids.
You needed to be there.
Yeah. Well, they're trying.
Yeah.
They're trying. I mean, normally they just play music on their phone and the speaker and just piss everyone off with that.
Who's the singer of 30 Seconds to Mars?
Jared Leto.
There is. Yeah, so that was the one that was talking
They
about.
were comparing. Sorry. They were comparing Mariah Carey.
Yep.
To Morbius.
This is the first thing when I'm going to say this. I'm calling BS on it. Oh, all this Gerald
You only
Hill.
get 3 this whole episode. You get 3, and that's it. No, you're not just pissing them out like last time. That was mental. I listened to that again this week. It's ridiculous. It's just constant. Like I'm like, I don't even know anything about that, but I'm calling bullshit. You're full of shit. It's lies. Like, and then you can tell like there's literally a point halfway through where I've clearly given up. I'm like, yeah, sure, okay, this next one, all right, sure. I'm just trying to bang them out as quick as possible, just to fucking placate you. But it was funny. I did laugh. But yeah. Anyway, so Mariah Carey's mental. All right, your next one. No, did you one or no? You haven't done one. Do one, son.
So this one's about Britney Spears. Britney Spears songs scare off pirates.
Well, present day pirates. Well, no, like 17th century pirates. It's like
back in the day. Baby, hit me one more time on the pirate ship.
hey, dude. All right.
Yeah.
Side note: we're going to do that. Okay. All right. Let's trademark, patent applied. That's done.
We need to get an accordion and everything like that.
Yeah. All right. We do that. Arr! Hit me, baby, one more time. Diddly hoodly hoo. Okay. Cool. All right.
Oh dear. So, if you're it says if you're interested anyway. If you're interested in weird facts, this one's for you. Perhaps it's not so weird as much as funny, but here it goes. The British Navy apparently once used Britney Spears songs to scare off pirates. The thing is, some pirates are known to dislike Western cultures, including pop music. So British naval officers come up with the idea to play Oops, I Did It Again and Baby One More Time to scare away Somalian pirates off Africa's eastern coast.
Somalian pirates, we.
I mean, fuck it, that will do it.
That will do it. Actually, do you know what they used to use when they interrogate like Al Qaeda members and stuff in Guantanamo Bay? Because they were doing all kinds of horrible shit, but they were doing waterboarding. But then they play white noise. But then they were playing Metallica at like crazy volumes. So they'd be sitting there, just like listening to, give me fuel, give me fire, give me that which I desire. I will tell you whatever you want to know. I don't know if that's not the voice, but like it's like that was the thing that was breaking them. They're like. They could put up with the waterboarding, put up with the torture, but not Metallica. Not Metallica.
Especially the St. Anger album.
Yeah, it's like...
Dunk, dunk, dunk.
It's too easy to dunk on, mate, okay?
Anger around my neck.
But I don't know what that's... It's very...
It's about medallion noose that's around your neck.
Oh, okay. I didn't realise that.
Yeah.
It was that frantic... I'm not going to just shut Metallica.
Tick, 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 tock. I swear he's like mid-stroke.
It's a pretty bad... you know he's looking at a clock. He's like, I've got nothing to be mad about. I'm a multi-millionaire. Hundreds of millions in the bank. I'm happy with over kids. I'm like, what can I shout about? And he's looking at a clock. You know that's it. Like, I'm going to be late to pick up the kids. Frantic. Yeah, that's it. That's what it is, isn't it? Or he's watching like the toast is going to pop any minute now. And he's just...
I'm watching my toaster. My toasters are burning.
I would not have written that off as an idea. I reckon that's at least possible. All right. My next fact. So before audio could be recorded, the earliest way for recording audio was on wax cylinders. Before that, composers still sold music. They just didn't have any means to sell it recorded. So they just sell the sheet music. People would read the sheet music to hear the music. They'd sort of like, if you were trained enough, you'd read it and go, oh, that's reading it, like you're reading a story almost, right? So they would, like great composers would sell sheet music. People would just buy it, not just people to play it, they'd read it just to go, oh, that's a nice little ditty. They just, they might hum it or something, right? So, anyway, the art of selling music via notation exclusively is not dead. Beck released an album as sheet music exclusively in 2012. He never recorded the songs himself. He just wrote them down from his head, sold the music, and people bought the music and then just listened to them in their head.
Classic Beck.
Classic Beck. You eclectic fucker. He's so eccentric. He's so zany.
So, what if he wrote it all down? He forgot to put the correct key signature in there. And he just wrote a whole new album without even realising it because he forgot to put the F sharp flats and stuff on.
I don't think Beck would forget that. All right, you've forgotten that in a world of chimpanzees, he was a monkey.
He was flinging shit before it was even invented.
That was a deep peck. Oh, that's not even deep. Everyone should know that song. Anyway, but yeah, so Beck, you crazy bastard. But and before that, you know, Mozart and whatnot.
Yeah.
Facts, fact me, come on.
Fact.
Fact.
Right. So, the Sweet Child of Mine riff is a guitar exercise. Everyone thinks the Sweet Child O' Mine riff is the fruits of Slash's elaborate integrity. In reality, the riff was born out of a guitar exercise that aimed to jump the strings. Slash was just warming up his fingers. Axl Rose listened and started singing over him using the text of a poem he had written to his girlfriend at the time. An interesting curiosity. So Axl's exclamation, "Where did we go now?" was meant literally.
Oh,
as he
what's
didn't
the
know-
next bit of the song?
Yeah. so Slash was just like warming up, and then
Yeah.
Axl.
Yeah.
I swear the whole time, Axl, he just treads on Lego. That's how he gets his voice. Wow, my fucking paws.
My fucking foot. It should be the name. The Sweet Child of Mine. It should be my fucking foot.
Yeah.
God damn these Legos.
But then they are. I can't. Lego's not nice to step on.
Well, no,
Ev-
it's why
everyone
you
knows.
it should be back in the castle it was making up. All right, just make castles with it. It shouldn't be on the floor
No.
unless you smashed the castle because you're a giant.
No, Lego's fun. Lego's great.
Lego's great.
It as growing up as a wee babby, we used to have a Lego bag, and it used to be hanging on a hook underneath the work surface in the kitchen. Anyway, when it was time to get that Lego out,
Yeah.
we'd get the bag out, tip it all over the floor, shit would break loose, Lego everywhere, and they used to be weird, these castle pieces. It was like little walls, so normally you get like 6 bricks, 4 bricks, blah, blah, but these are like flat pieces, like proper walls.
Oh yeah.
They were awesome, and I think that was it. But they were sharp as bisque,
Yes.
and you don't want to mess with those bits.
No.
I mean, they're not only that hard to not see. But yeah, Lego's hazard as a child is that can do some damage.
Well, do you remember what happened to your Lego? Because everyone had Lego as a kid, and then everyone it all went away.
Again, no, I think it's in a bag. In
You
the
still got
loft
it somewhere?
It's I reckon it's got to be.
I know what happened to mine.
Oh no.
My mum made me sell it. I had this you know these like it was like these steel tins with like a little cushion on top. Like I had a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle one, and I filled it with it was almost completely full of Lego, right? So my mum was like, "Oh, you don't play with Lego anymore. We'll sell it." And I was like, "I do sometimes." She's like, "No, we'll sell it." And I don't know if I'm remembering it wrong. And I'm sorry if I am, Mum. I'm sorry, but we did this boot fair. And I think we sold it for like £10. This giant, massive pile of Lego. Probably less than that. Probably a couple. I don't know. It was many years ago, right?
Pound a brick.
That's made me sad for like that was so many years. I was just like, oh, I mourned. I think it's Lego is childhood, and then when you lose your Lego, you lose your childhood. It's one of those pivotal steps. You lose your Lego, you're a man. You're a man now.
Just so
The Lego's gone.
just so our listeners can hear, both of you, it's actually a tear.
Single tear.
A singular tear.
Splash.
I got that. See, it fell in his coffee.
Wow, that's a good sound effects. Wow.
I still, and I'm swearing by this. You do an Owen Wilson thing.
Yeah.
I still think that Owen Wilson and Ellie Goulding are the same person.
Did she say wow?
No, they've got the same nose and blonde face and stare.
Hasn't she got some titties though?
Yeah.
Okay, because that's my takeaway. That's the main distinguishing feature. But maybe, I mean, I've never seen them both together.
See, might be fake. They might be fake boobs. They might be like padding things. He might put a compression thing over. He might be.
I feel like you're breast shaming now.
Oh, I'm not.
My next fact.
Quickly move on.
Hashtag leave the Tillies alone. ZZ Top. ZZ Top are proud owners of some of the best beards in rock, metal, and history of rock and music, right? For the 1976 Worldwide Texas Tour, they called it the Worldwide Texas Tour. They're that Texan, right? The band thought it was a good idea to bring some live animals on stage. They had buffaloes, snakes, all sorts, right? Anyway, so when you play rock music around a load of buffalo, turns out they go mental. So they smashed open the rattlesnake tanks they had. So snakes swarmed the performance area, and the band fled. So did the audience, because there were freaking rattlesnakes everywhere. That seems like the most obvious thing that could have happened. But they survived, and they're carrying on. And you know, I do love me some ZZ Top, but that is chief quality dumb, stupid things, right? I mean, who's like, we're on a stage, anything could go wrong. Rattlesnakes. Let's get some snakes.
No.
Yeah, I just
the rattlesnakes turned to horses.
I'm sure there were horses too. The horses behaved, but buffalo. Everyone knows buffalo can't stand rock. They're very classically led. They just got soft ears. They can't handle it. They're like, oh, it's just aggressive. I don't like it. Ooh.
So I'm just
That's how buffaloes talk.
I'm just imagining horses with rattle tails now. They're not the lovely horse hair that you get for violin bows. No, it's savage.
Just laughing with their tails. Anyway.
Sugar's gonna strike.
Oh no!
No sugar.
Don't anger the horse, clever girl. Play the fucking track. Next one. Come on.
Play the fucking track. It's on. Right. So,
Yes.
I'm taking full credit with this one because I believe this applies specifically to me. Musicians are like superheroes with high IQs, better memory, and multitasking skills. Music can also boost mental health and physical performance, making it a superpower for musicians.
I didn't know we were superheroes.
I am.
Okay. Yeah, just FYI, James is a little drummy boy, and I slap at the bass. But so we're superheroes because we play instruments.
Yeah, and I can shoot web out my wrist as well.
Yeah, I can shoot web, just not out my wrists.
Oh no!
Out my knees.
Yeah, standard.
No, not great.
Would it not be out your knee pit? The back.
No, the front. It's really awkward actually. All my jeans are webby. I've got a little backup in my shins. It's just not. It's not great.
I don't like the sound of that.
No, it's not great. It's not great.
But I must admit, my memory is how do you put it? Crap, rubbish.
Did you forget the word?
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. No, my memory's awful. Honestly, I have things. I've got reminders on my phone. I've got things written on the calendar. I have a wife that reminds me of everything. I've got notes around the house. I still forget.
I tell you what, I don't know if it's related, right? So I was missing out on sleep for a long time because of the little girl. So when she was very young, she didn't sleep. She slept like an arsehole. So she was you were, if you're listening, you were terrible. Never slept, right? So she's fine now. She's fine now. She sleeps through. But anyway, so my sleep was crap. But anyway, because I was always chasing sleep, I stopped reading. I always used to read before bed, and my memory went to crap. Now I don't know if it's the reading or if it's the sleeping, probably both. But my memory went to crap, and I've not got great memory, but it was fine. And then it went to absolute crap. And I find that now I'm sleeping better, and I'm reading. I started reading more recently, and I seem to have better recall, and I can talk my brand of shit that I like to talk a bit better. I can get at the words. They're not quite as far out of reach. So I don't know about something. And we are playing more. We are playing more gigs, and we're playing more music as well. So that might be it.
Well,
anyway,
lots of songs. Again, I remember beats and things.
Yeah, you do. We're learning quick, man. Anyway, let's look pat ourselves on the back and.
Well, before we do move on, so you read sometimes, do you?
I like to read storybooks. Yeah.
Have you read any good books by any sort of local writers?
No
authors. No.
If you search online, you should be able to find Angry Box by James Stiles.
Oh, you're embarrassing me, Dan. Talk more.
Yes, James is a published author with was it just the one book, right? Just the one?
It's one book, and I've got another one which has been going on for ages.
Dude.
Because I've not.
Return of Angry Box.
Damn right.
Damn right, I need it. Jackson's read it too. He needs it too.
Yeah,
He loves that thing.
but no, it's yeah. I need to do more.
Okay. All right. So all right. I'll start bullying you in the right direction. Okay. Hi there.
Hi.
Do you have a head?
Yeah.
Do you wear hats on your head?
Sometimes.
Then you're going to love the Hat Factory.
Wow.
Through our brief, thorough 35-minute questionnaire, we
Yeah.
can extrapolate and predict your optimal hat choices. Then each month we send you 12 premium hat choices by our fully qualified hat experts to optimize your head area.
Okay.
And at Hat Factory,
Yeah.
you only pay for the hats we send you.
Wow.
Hat Factory,
Yeah. Wow.
brimming with ideas. Fact.
Fact.
Beethoven,
Yeah.
he's famous. Dun 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 dun. Remember?
Yeah.
Famous for it. All right. It's actually Morse code
Da 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 da. That's
Yes.
the second part. Yeah.
for the letter V. That is Morse code for V. Now you've all learned something.
Da 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 da. So dot dash.
Do
dot,
do
dot,
do
dot.
do is V.
Okay.
All right. It's V. When he wrote that, his country was at war, and he wanted to compose a patriotic piece that communicated victory. Hence the letter V.
Okay.
Interesting.
That is it, because that's a fact.
Now you've learned a Morse code letter and an interesting fact about history. And if you say that in the right conversation, the right topic, the right time, you will seem slightly interesting and learned. So yeah, that was all. That was all.
Do you know what that fact was?
Go on.
Da 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 da. Victory. Let's go.
It's fine. It's fine. All right, cool. Cracking on. Next fact. Fact boy.
Next fact. I thought you called me Fat Boy then.
I didn't call you fat. I called you fact boy, or maybe fuck boy. I don't know. But I just
All are true.
could you just say the fact?
say the fucking chat? This is quite an obvious one. I don't know why I actually got this. I was trying to scrimp the barrel, trying to get. Musicians have a
Sorry.
better-
Scrimp the barrel.
Yeah.
Scrimp the barrel.
Yeah. Oh, is this a HH thing? Well,
No. I'm not. I've never heard the phrase "scrimp the barrel."
Scrape the barrel.
Scrape the bottom of the barrel.
Yeah.
I prefer scrimp. I think we're going to scrimp the barrel from now on.
Because scrimping the crimp in the bottom of the barrel. Oh, gonna get the little bits from the bottom. Yum yum.
You can't see this, but he's moving around him like a crab. It's pretty unnerving.
like the crazy bitch from not Poltergeist, Exorcist. Running round on my back in the ceiling.
Don't look at it. Just be closer to the microphone.
Oh, sorry.
No, I
sorry.
know it's getting a bit quieter. That was all. I was gesturing. You weren't supposed to hear that. So.
Sorry, I thought you was just gonna smack me round the head
No.
in front of the camera.
Can I just? Well, that's even more concerning because you actually just leant in to take it. You're instantly like, oh, I probably deserve this.
Yeah, that's the thing. I think I do half the time anyway.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Very good. Oh yeah. So that was
Through extensive training and practice, musicians develop a keen sense of pitch. They can easily recognise and reproduce musical notes accurately, which is a valuable skill that sets them apart. I think, right, I'm semi pitch perfect, just saying.
I mean, I think pitch perfect is an absolute. I don't think you can be semi-pitch perfect. You either are or you aren't, right?
Basically, I can work out notes in my mind.
Yeah, no, you're pretty good for that, I must admit. Like, when you hear a note and you'll be like, oh, that's a B. I'm like, I wouldn't know. I genuinely have no idea.
Yeah, not bad for a drum boy, is it?
I can find it. I'll be like, oh, is that? And I'll generally get it right pretty quickly. Or I'll a little bit close, but I can't. You'll call out the letter, and I'm like, I don't have that skill set at all.
Z.
That's we've got in double L.
Well.
Yeah, we're in this literally like, oh, that's pi, isn't it? That's the letter pi. All right. Anyway, Well, there you go. Just, musicians.
They're good.
They're good, useful. Maybe keep them around. I have a dense music-based fact. Dense, dearthful,
Okay.
full of rich marrowbone jelly.
That sounds delicious.
No, he does. No, that's not. Yeah, I'm just talking about. All right. Musicians have existed since the first hominid whacked a rock on another rock or some poor guy's skull and went, nice. But the earliest known musician was a Greek called Arion in the 6th century BC. Arion, semi-legendary Greek poet and musician of Methymna in Lesbos. You know where lesbians come from. He's said to have invented the diathram, a choral poem or chant performed at the festival of Dionysus. That is, he gave it literary form. According to some mythological accounts, he was the son of Cyclone or of Poseidon and the nymph Onosea. Now, obviously all that's a bunch of bollocks, but he was the first guy to work out, in recorded history, to work out a way of recording music in any kind of form. So before him, we have no idea what anyone was doing. Like, there's no record of music pre-6th century but we could get his music you can play today. You can read that and work it out, transpose it to modern, what they call, like tabs or whatever, and then you could play it. But before that, we have no idea what anyone was doing. But I assume tens of thousands of years ago, they were just, like, just smacking crap together, And I assume that's the case because, me hit thing sound good. Me hit other thing after the first thing. Like drummers, the most basic of all music.
Most basic, the backbone, same thing.
Yeah, first ain't best, mate. You know what I'm saying, right?
So that's a bolt.
Yeah, but like, all right. So the first thing you do when you're making a meal is like, okay, I better boil the water to put the pasta in to make the meal, right? But the water ain't the tasty bit, is it? I'm saying,
I love me a bit of boiling solid water.
Oh, you want some? All right. I appreciate what you do. Okay, I wasn't saying I didn't. I'm just saying.
I know.
Your shit's basic. That's what I was saying. Anyway, anyway, so crack on, son.
Okay.
Do a drummer boy.
Let's come up with a basic facts then. Interesting facts about drums and drumming.
Is it seriously about drumming?
Yeah.
Drum me, boy.
I'm just so glad I didn't have to read out your fact. That's a lot of words. Right. Because basically, I started looking into facts about Aztec stuff and the Mayan drumming. They're awesome. But I couldn't find the.
I bet they were good. I bet they were good drummers.
Honestly,
I bet there was some Dream Theater shit going on in the Aztecs. I just like.
I was listening to loads of Aztec sort of drumming videos and things like that because obviously.
I bet Neil Peart lived in Aztec times. I bet he lived back then.
He was Aztec.
He's where they went.
But it's like all the music that I was getting from like the Mayan music examples. It sounded like I was in some sabotage film. Oh yeah, hide. There's someone there. Hide. Yeah, honestly, it's a cracking listen. But you'll think.
It's the sound of research, people. It's the sound.
Research.
Yeah. Learn them.
So, interesting fact about drums and drumming. Drums were with us from the dawn of mankind. First, as natural objects that we could hit, but later made of real drums with membranes made of skins of animals. Basic drummer. Modern configurations of drum sets become in use during first years of the 20th century, before the musical bands used more than one person to control the drums in orchestras. Brushes which create softer drum sounds were used in drumming ever since the 1920s. Drums are the most important part of the rhythm section of any band. Sorry, let me do it again. Drums are the most important part of the rhythm section of any band.
Well, in the same way that, like the floor is the most important part of any room.
Yeah.
Yeah? Or like,
because it holds everything where it should be.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
It's very useful. Like if you got a lovely house and you're like, sure glad there's some concrete there. I mean, it's definitely valuable. It's not like clever or anything, but sometimes you just need some floor.
Now you say that. Yeah, it is important.
Have you ever seen a drummer tune their drums? It's hilarious, right? They're just big pots and pans, and they're whacking them away, and then they're like, "Oh, it's out of tune." And I'm like, "Dude, what are you talking about? It's just boom. It's boom, bang, ting tong, bing bong bong," and they're like, "Oh, this bong is a bing. It should be a bong." You're like, "God damn, man! Like, just come on, know where you're at, know your station. Come on."
If you don't know the difference between a bing, a bong, a rat a tat tat with a cow boom, check the bang, the dang, diggy diggy bong, the bang, but that's a fucking song there. Bang, did the bang, the bang, the bang, diggy diggy.
Bar with a bar.
Bar.
You mean Kid Rock song? Bar with a bar.
Well,
Bang bang biddy 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 biddy.
yeah, but I don't like the Kid Rock bit of it. But do nah again.
What the kid I was going
It sounds like
I'm so sorry. Shouldn't experiment on that. These people have listened. This is probably their lunch break, and they're listening to us. This is fucked. You're abusing these poor people, right? They're trying to eat their sandwiches, listening to this. They want to chuckle, and you're just. Oh, I'm sorry.
Put it this way: I've got one more thing left to do. You might have loads more, but
I got a few. I got a bonus fact. I did 10. I got a bonus fact as well.
so 11.
Yeah, I guess 11.
Well, I'll tell you what. Once you
My bonus fact is like a little thing. Anyway, go on. Sorry, go on.
once you need some quality self theory,
Mm-hmm.
then you just call me in for my last one, and then we're
Okay, so I do a few. Then I call you in for the last one. You come and save the day,
I think yeah.
like a drummer, like only a drummer could. I don't mean to hate the drums. I love drummers, okay, especially this fucker. But I didn't mean to critique him. I just think they're just kind of funny, you know. Okay. So I'll bang through a few facts and I'll call you in for you come in and swoop in and save the day. Yeah.
Tell you what,
Go on, tell me.
I was going to tap the table then, but I didn't. Learn my
He's
station.
learning. I wasn't really putting you in your place, man.
Back in the cage, drummer monkey. We'll have to, one more.
Go on, tell me.
Dan Factual.
Dan Factual, okay.
Or Dan
All right,
Dan
go.
Facts, which
Yeah.
sounds like a delicious Indian meal. Dan Facts. Dan Sack.
I love a dance act.
Oh, I know, right?
I'm on Indian now. God
Yeah, don't. Yeah, but do one more Dan Sack,
damn. Okay.
and then a top up beverage because I'm getting dry, and then we can do some factuation.
Oh, one of mine's bullshit. Okay. So sniffing. Composers. I was looking into a few different like funny stories of like. It come up a few times that composers have had their bodies stolen. It's a bit weird, right?
Where's my leg? I don't know.
No, genuinely, I think there was a thing where people would like they wanted to own like the skulls and things of famous musicians for some reason. But there's composers especially, a number of them. I mean, most notably, I've got a couple of examples, but there was a number of times I'm like, this is a bit of a weird trend. I think it was a thing for a while. People like to like, oh, that's Handel's hand or something. I don't know. It's like it's a bit weird. But Mozart had his skull stolen. 50 years after his death, a man named Jacob Hertel was given a skull by a Viennese gravedigger who claimed it was Mozart's. When Hertel died in 1892, his brother, an anatomy professor, found the skull and showed it to associate Ludwig Frankel. Frankel's description was published with great fanfare and controversy in an article entitled "Mozart's Skull Has Been Found." The skull was exhibited in Mozart's birthplace in Salzburg, which is kind of messed up that they put it in a museum after finding a stolen skull. But then transferred to the Mozarteum, which is his private museum, the private collection. Its veracity remains controversial and unconfirmed, but they have compared mitochondrial DNA in the skull to what are considered to be his ancestors. And apparently that opened a lot of questions because they think it might be real and it did not match the ancestors. And now it's expected that the ancestors are actually just bullshit. The lineage of Mozart might be actually in question, which is a whole other thing. But and also, it's long believed that his family graves in Salzburg were invented to attract tourists, and the bones currently interred there are actually from some pauper or something, and actually the whole thing's a ruse. And there's also Haydn. the composer Haydn, there are 2 skulls in his tomb.
What?
He has 2 skulls along with his body. His head was stolen by a phrenologist and a replacement skull was put in his tomb. Where they got it from, no one knows. In 1954, the real skull was restored, but the substitute was not removed, so there are now 2 skulls in his tomb. So it's a thing. It's a thing. People like to take skulls, and I just think that's kind of it's a bit of a dick thing to do.
He got head.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I just think I don't know. Like, would you, like, all right, name I don't know, someone you respect who's dead.
Jerry Jordanson.
Oh, that's a bit too recent. Yeah, that's a bit too.
Oh, okay. So
That's a bit fresh, man.
take that and rewind it back.
All right, so Elvis, right? Elvis, he died.
Uh-huh.
He died a long time ago. So if I'm saying, like, if someone said, "Here's Elvis's skull," you don't want that, do you?
No.
Even if you were a huge Elvis fan, presumably you don't want his skull.
No.
That's just like a really morbid, fucked up thing to have. But back in the day, it was considered, oh, look, this is Elvis's skull. I mean, I suppose back, you think everyone had all those relics of, like, Jesus. They were always like, oh, this is Jesus' finger, this is his elbow, this is his knee. I mean, ignoring the fact that, the whole thing was he's supposed to have not died, But anyway, it's a bit of a weird one. But anyway, so there were lots of, like, famous religious relics from other, like, saints and stuff. There's like, oh, this is the toe of, Saint Augustus or something, and they're like, oh, okay, why have you got it? Why do you have his toe? And they're like, because it's holy. Rub it on my knee don't hurt anymore. It's magic. But I don't know why you'd want a composer's skull.
If they set it as a ring, or have this topaz ring, toe. Okay, I thought
You can't hear it, but I'm scowling.
you can hear that.
You were a lot better last week, I got to say. You were doing some good punnery, and this is beneath you, James.
I'm sorry.
Go on, fact boy. Fact boy. I'm not being a prick, I swear, all right? I kind of am, but I'm not being that much of a prick.
Oh dear. So this one's not my facts though, and I do feel like before I say my fact, I need to moisten my mouth.
Go for it. It's nice.
What's it? Raw?
It's just nice.
Raw energy.
Just drink it.
I'm not gonna get salmonella, am
Yes.
I? Bonus.
Salmonella and piss.
Oh, lovely.
On the table.
Sorry.
Sorry.
You went a little bit. Not on the table.
A bit of Pee-wee. No. I know. Go on.
So again, this one's not a fact, but it is in my mind. Is the fact. So at college, I was doing music first. National Beat Tech and all that jazz. I wasn't doing jazz, but anyway, basically it was a whole thing of, oh, let's play music with some friends. We've got recording rooms and we can do this, and then occasionally we had to do some actual work.
Mm-hmm.
Then there's this one time they actually said we need to go and do this music theory thing, and I can't remember. They want us to write our own sort of theories about pop music, and I was on one of those defiant stages where I think, right, I'm going to start ranting and raving about a load of crap. I'm actually pretty happy with this. So I'd done a very, very long essay about pop music and how it's everyone's guardian angel. Yeah.
Okay, it's a strong move.
So a guardian angel, something that looks over you, looks after you, gets you to know what you really want. So growing up, you're allowed to listen to pop music. It's not bad, it's not great, but it's not like there's bridges and holes smacking up my butthole, all that sort of stuff going on, so kids can listen to it. But then there's lots of different types of pop music. There's pop rap, pop rock, pop punk. So you've got different subsections of pop music. So I compare it to being a guardian angel, because then this angel's going, hi, I'm pop. Why don't you try a bit of this? Why don't you try a bit of that? And then you go, oh, I like a bit of that.
Mm.
I'm going to listen to more of it.
So it's like a gateway drug.
Yeah, yeah. It's like,
So it's auditory marijuana.
order rather.
Yeah, and it gets you onto whatever your heroin of choice.
But I'd done a big ass essay, more than one page. I went on
Dude.
for more than one page. For me, that's a hell of a lot.
For a BTEC, that's a lot.
Even though I wrote a book.
He did write a book.
You're welcome.
A lot of pictures.
Yeah. No, there's no pictures in the book, but I've done pictures separately. Although
There's some in there, eh?
not in the book, I just designed the front cover and back cover with all the characters' originals.
Boxes.
One's a box. Oh no, and there's a dog who's a boxer. it's a dog who's a boxer. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, and so I went on for that for a whole. Oh, excuse me. That's fizzy. That's. Yeah.
Dude, you had a sip.
I had 2 sips. I had a dual sip.
There's a different hue in the room now. It's like there's changed colour in this room. Oh, dude. Okay.
But yeah, I thought that was pretty good. So yeah, Pop Music's Guardian Angel says, "Where do you want to go to?" And you go, "Oh, I'll get off this stop here, please. Thank you. This is Heavy Metal Town. Enjoy."
If it takes you where you need to go.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. That's a nice idea.
And some people who stick with pop and purely pop, mate, get with the times.
Yeah, they haven't taken the next step. They're scared.
They didn't get off the Venga bus. The Venga bus is coming. You so wanted to do that in real life, didn't you?
What do you mean?
Thank you for. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Ow.
Here we go.
That's been I've effectuated.
Oh God.
A premature effectuated.
No. That was the correct time.
Yeah.
I've got a couple and then a little bonus one.
Blow my mind. Oh no. After we've done some more facts, there's a new segment which we're gonna have to.
Yes, we
try.
will. We've got some extra stuff this week. This one's gonna make you sad.
Oh,
This is gonna bum you out. I'm sorry. This might bum all of you out. Actually, it's bummed me out.
you're all gonna get bummed by Dan.
Mm,
I wouldn't want that. Go. Oh, okay.
Actually, I wrote. So drugs are a staple of the rock and roll lifestyle, but no one, possibly ever, has had more drugs, in general, and related hijinks to drugs, than Ozzy Osbourne. This is all culminated in a time with his long-suffering wife Sharon Osbourne, who's got her own stuff going on. Let's face it. Anyway, she returned home to find him on more of a bender than usual. At the time, they had around 17 cats in their home, and that night, Ozzy had decided to shoot them all.
Dude.
She came home, found him under the piano in a white suit with a shotgun in one hand, a bloody knife in the other. I don't know how many of them he managed to kill. It's not been reported. All I know is they had 17 cats. That's all that was said of the story. Ozzy later blamed it on the drugs, saying I was taking so much I was a bit of a wreck. Yeah, I mean, yeah. And then also he did admit to it, so it is alleged, but also he did do it. He did admit to it that he also, I think, shortly after that, tried to kill Sharon herself. He tried to choke her to death. So, I mean, yeah. I think the benevolent. We all love Ozzy, but that made me really sad.
As fellow cat owner, yeah.
17. Anyway,
That's a lot of cats.
he used to. Actually, it's interesting because he used to work in a slaughterhouse. And he used to, he was an he was there for 2 years, and he used to gut pigs, but then he got really good at killing cows. Like he was apparently that's quite because killing a cow they can buck and they can hurt you. So he was kind of an expert at it. So he was because it's a skill, I guess. But he was So he worked at a slaughterhouse for many years. So yeah, it's worth because I don't know, some dark shit.
Is that where he met his friend, Mr. Crowley? Meh, meh, meh. And he stopped. He moved on to cows because the pigs started a war. The war pigs. I'm just sensing lots of inspiration for some of his songs and music. Sorry.
Of course, but I mean, he didn't write any of the songs, so couldn't have been that, could it?
No.
Geezer Butler, the bassist wrote them all because
With help from the drummer, obviously.
Who is Black Sabbath's drummer?
Dave
Dave what?
Wortley.
Dave Wortley.
Yeah. I don't know.
No one knows. No one knows. Everyone knows Tony Iommi, Ozzy Osbourne, obviously, and Geezer Butler. No one knows who drummer is. Just saying. Although they did get through a few, as I gather. That was kind of the joke, wasn't it?
Everyone gets through drummers.
Yeah. Ten a penny. Pots and pans engineers. Can't help themselves.
Pots and pans engineers.
No, masterclass. Anyway. I got a couple more. Got it. Music, along with painting, poetry, literature, and architecture is mental, was an Olympic event from 1912 to 1948. How the bloody hell does that work? How do you give a gold medal for a painting when it's like, your painting is silver, yours is gold? You're like, but I used more paint than he did. Like, what? Like, what's the qualifier?
Well, he only drew 100 metres, and the other one drew 400 metres quicker.
No, seriously, look at that cat. Look at that cat. It's a better cat. It's much better. His face is better than yours. It's like, it's so subjective. How could you possibly... Architecture as well, right?
Those all drawing cats, but
like,
beaten by a whisker.
How can you...
Yeah, bring it back.
Yeah, all right, no, you saved the day. You saved the day. But like, poetry, literature and architecture. Architecture.
That would fucking suck.
So like, you're at the Olympics, you're like, okay, design a building. Build it. I assume they had to build it. They had to. They just got like a sketch pad and a load of mortar and bricks, and they're like, all right, bang it out, son. And they've got to bang out a building, right? Or like, it's just like drawing, like designing some aqueduct or something. You're like, oh no, that's actually really good. You know, you get the gold. But yeah, 1912 to 1948, you know, 30 years of the Olympics. I mean, they had obviously they broke. I think they had any Olympics for the war, did they? So you're missing out sort of 6-7 years, but still, you've got a number of years they had those completely impossible to qualify. Music though, I mean, how do you have? I mean, could you just imagine two extremes, right? Imagine like Death Clock against Britney Spears. Like, I know how I'd give gold to, but I think it would be very different if you chucked in Simon Cowell or someone else. Like, I know, but it's just, and how do you compare the two? It's insane.
Oh dear, Simon Cowell would not. I don't know. No, that they were good, but I can't see getting money from him, so I'm not going to do anything because I'm Simon Cowell.
He went through a phase, right, where he was, because I was in an interview recently, and he looks fucked now. Oh, he's fucked himself so bad. I'm whispering because it's kind of messed up to slag off someone's face, but his face is so fucked. Like, he's just gone fully Bulu, isn't he? He's gone crazy.
I've not seen him recently.
Dude, I'm going to bring up a photo right now. I want you to all hear his reaction. So I'm going to just Google Simon Cowell face.
Just don't show me a picture of Blue Waffle, because...
No, you can't find it anymore. I tried to show it the other day. Then and now, his face.
What the hell?
Yeah.
That's like he's had a vacuum shoved up someone. It's sucked in there.
A faceectomy. Yeah, that was him back in the day, like 50 years ago. And then you're like, just going through it, and you're like, what did you do, bruv?
Wow.
Yeah, what's that?
That's not right. No.
No. Hey, that bums me out.
Wow, oh dear.
Yeah, that's the most recent. So like that, those two. Anyway, I'm not trying to be nasty. I'm just saying, like, leave your face alone, man. They haven't made it. They've not sorted it yet, right? They can't do the face stuff properly yet. They can't do it. If you go, my face is getting a bit back. It just is, mate. It's just one of those things. In 100 years' time, they might have it cracked. They might just like, okay, we'll just 3D print off a new face, whack it on, and you're away, son, right? But right now, it's like, nah. Well, they're just filling it full of crap, or like cutting off bits, and I don't know. It just looks fucked. But anyway,
he got it right. It was Face Off.
Face Off, yes, the documentary Face Off.
Yeah, documentary Face Off.
Yeah, that was
John Travolta and Nick Cage.
It was Nicolas Cage. Come on.
Yeah.
Nicolas Cage and John Travolta. Come on.
Give me your face.
I took his face off. No, it's a great film. It's a great film.
Yeah, it's fun.
All right, bonus fact. Got a bonus fact?
Bonus fact.
Bonus fact.
We're getting this in a lot.
It's just like,
Everything is-
I don't know why. I think because it's in the microphone, I can go, and it just. I feel the fact I'm in someone's ear going, hello. It's just weird. Sorry.
Do you like peanuts?
Dan, why did you say that about peanuts in the microphone up close then? That's really weird of you.
So there's bonus facts, right?
Mm.
Why'd you have to make it weird? I was being funny and kind of, quirky and cute,
Yeah.
and you just made it all weird and creepy.
Sorry, go on.
Oh. The longest song title ever is Hoagie Carmichael's 1943. I'm a cranky old yank in a clanky old tank in the streets of Yokohama with my Honolulu mama doing those beto, flat, osito, my panto, hoshito blues.
That's
Hirohito blues. God damn it, I almost got it as well.
oh, that's the bit. You've done it all wrong. Start it again.
I'm a cranky old yank in a clanky old tank on the streets of Yokohama with my Honolulu mama doing those beto, flat, omosito, Hirohito blues. Yes! That is the longest song title ever. And it's also the song.
I thought that was a place in Wales.
I barely spat at all.
Welsh Klingon. You know,
Welsh.
same thing.
No, isn't that the noise when like Donald Duck gets? No, Daffy Duck. Donald Duck.
No, Donald Duck.
It's like just down there on the left. Oh god. Oh. Weird.
Hi sir, welcome to McDonald's. What can I get you? Oh, wait, so you won the no. He couldn't order anything from McDonald's. Goofy dick.
Dude.
It's not goofy.
All right, we calling it? We all done? You got any more facts? Do you have anything you have to get off your chest?
Yeah.
Okay, we have a.
Trying to cut my time short.
I'm not trying to cut your time short. Hang on a sec. This podcast was made possible by Bearspace. Bearspace is the absolute easiest way to create your very own Bearspace. I've used them for a few different Bearspaces. I basically just bought them to make sure nobody else could. I didn't really have the time or need to create a fancy Bearspace, so I just spent about 15 minutes to throw together a very basic Bearspace. It was incredibly easy with the Bearspace template, and in my opinion at least, it looks great. Now I can send people a text that takes them to the Bearspace with a map to all my other Bearspaces. You can really create a Bearspace like this with a bear, a space, really anything with Bearspace, and what's best is you can get 10% off your first order by using the code WWW over at bearspace.com/WWW. This also help the Bearspace message get spread, so please do go check out Bearspace at bearspace.com/WWW. Bearspace.
Welcome to James's Fortune Cookie Corner, the only corner where there's fortune cookies in corners, and he's got a box of fortune cookies to discuss. So, hi, this is where I take control. This is all about me. So, retrospect is I bought this to see how it goes. I bought a box of fortune cookies which I found, and I think because they're proper budget, I'd like to open a box of fortune cookies and discuss with a chum, my friend Dan.
Oh, hi, buddy.
Hi, how you doing?
All right, man.
Yes, I thought proper budget fortune cookie. I want to know what's in these things, and maybe we can open one and have a little look, see what it says, and then discuss.
Cool. You probably want to noisily open them now if you want.
I'm just scrunching. This is Oh, hi.
I want to get that crack in there, the crunch. I'll get rid of that. God damn.
So, ready for the crunch? Oh my god, that could be the catchphrase.
Yeah.
Welcome for the crunch.
Can't help it now.
All right, so
All right, go on, read it. Read it. It smells sweet. I'm gonna eat a bit of cookie.
There we go. Well, that's not even in English. I think there'll be something on the other side. So yeah.
There you go. I had to turn it over for him. He's just doing it German, confused.
So let me read that one out there. Complimentici fond immer
Hang on, hang on.
die...
Compliments. Sie finden immer die richtigen Argumente.
Alright. Oh, it's not called Dan's Fortune Cookie Corner, is it? No.
Danzig.
Dan's Anal Cooking Corner. Nah. Sorry, Arnold, if you're listening. Yeah, I know you're not German, but that's the whole new thing anyway. Compliments. You always find the right arguments. Okay. Compliment.
Compliment, you always find the right arguments.
So, is this addressing compliments or...
Compliment, you always find the right arguments.
So, so me and my wife,
Yeah.
we're at work. We work? No, we don't work together. We live together. Sometimes it's work, you know. So we're having an argument, and I
Yeah.
go, well done, wifeykins. You're really good. You started another fucking argument. Not that she does, but it kind of does. But it's mainly me for being a dick. But so I don't get this. Compliment you always...
Compliment, you always find the right. Maybe it's you should do a you should compliment more because you'll always find the right. I don't even know. Compliment, you always find the right arguments.
All right, okay. So let's argue. No, I didn't put that there. And then
It feels poorly translated, but then it's kind of dickish, like because compliment is like as a translation, it would be like just sort of well done. You always find the right arguments. Well, then it's like, well, I mean that, do they? It's a bit.
well,
It's just vague.
I think this again another James's interesting fact. Years ago,
Tell me a story.
I used to work with someone and we fitted air conditioning units all over the place.
Sorry, go on.
It blew.
Wow.
That was a bit of a cold one.
Yeah.
Sorry. Anyway, yeah, we used to fit air conditioning units and we had lots of long drives. We were tired. We started early and we had some dickhead conversations, often over a McDonald's breakfast in the car. Anyway, I like to talk shit and I made up a word. And CZ Dent, if you're listening, because I know you're a true listener to this, I made up a word.
Go on.
Complisalt. A complisalt
Go on.
is a compliment in the form of an insult. For instance, wow, that looks good on you today. For a dickhead. just something like that.
Fuck's sake.
Yeah. So I think this.
Can I say like, wow, you're the best dickhead I know. Is that sort of thing, or is
Yeah, because you're best.
Is it
compliment.
complimentary or is it insulting? At its, like, is it a well structured insult or is it a compliment that's?
You're thinking too far into my intelligence.
Okay. Sorry. So I'm just trying to understand the brief here, right?
It's basically if a compliment and an insult made a baby, complisalt.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Who knows? It might be a bit of a dick child. It might be, I don't know. It's sometimes, you always, if you have a couple for your kids, you always got a favourite, right?
Mm-hmm.
Have you decided yours yet?
What? Oh, my favourite.
Yeah.
It depends day to day.
Yeah.
All right. I mean, it's whoever's annoying me the most.
Yeah.
Is not. So yeah. Sometimes I don't like either of them. I think that's the safe way to be.
If you're listening to this, children of the Dan, in years to come,
Yep.
you are deeply loved by your parents.
Oh yeah, no, they get the love, but it's just like I don't like you right now. Like that's quite a reasonable thing to think. But anyway,
Yeah. Sorry, tangent.
it's rare.
Yeah.
It's rare. Okay, so, complisalt. Okay, trademark, patent of pride. That's ours now. We own that.
So this fortune cookie fact was a complisalt, and yeah.
Oh, okay. You're categorising it as a complisalt, and that's what it is.
I think so because
The thing
I
you
can't.
invented it is. I can't compliment. You always find the right arguments. Anyone who wants to interpret that, put a post on the Facebook page and Check us out on Facebook, by the way. Yeah, we're there now. And I would like your interpretation of what the fuck that means, because I don't have a clue. I don't know. Compliment, you always find the right arguments. I mean, that's annoyed me.
Maybe it should say, right, they missed off a line. Wise man once said, compliment. Or maybe they got the punctuation wrong. Compliment, question mark. You always find the right argument. I don't know. I don't know if you can mess with that too much.
We leave it alone.
Yeah, it's done. I'm done with that. I'm sorry.
No. This is a good. Don't blame. Don't take. No. We're not going to let this one cookie ruin your.
No, we need to do at least 9 more episodes.
Okay, he's bought a big pack of fortune cookies, so I'm afraid you guys are fucked with this. You know they're all the exact same one as well, right?
If it comes to next week and we've got like a whole different view because we had a different whiskey. Different. Confucius say different whiskey makes you think different interpretation.
The same thing. I think the German one was better.
I've not even checked the date. Yeah, I'll be honest with you. You bossed it saying that in that German. I'm sorry, but we know someone who might sing some German cover songs in a band called Ten Ton Duvet. I think he needs to step aside for you.
No, he's go down. I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
I can't go down that low. I can't do it. Anyway.
Yeah.
Eins. Okay, so cool. James's Fortune Cookie Corner.
Fortune Cookie Corner.
Episode 1 complete.
From all angles here.
Tick.